Okay guys, this is my first video. I've pretty much been preparing myself to go on a 6-month round the world holiday, and I've been watching a lot of people's what they've been packing and their reasoning behind it, so I thought I may as well throw my hat in the ring. This is after quite a bit of consideration, and yeah, let me get started on exactly what I'm bringing. Okay, starting with my bag. I've got what they call the K-Way Transit 75. It's quite available here in South Africa through Cape Union Mart. It's obviously a 75-litre backpack, but what's really nice about this is that it's got a little backpack that you can zip off and use as your day pack, which is filled with all my gadgets and stuff at the moment. And then you've got two major pockets, and also the biggest section zips up like a normal bag, which makes packing and getting things in and out a lot easier. And another nice thing is the bag actually has a pocket that will zip around here and zip everything in, so that you don't have all your straps and everything hanging out if you're going on the plane, just to keep it a bit safer so that you don't rip your bag before you even get to use it properly. And then I've just gone and got myself a couple of flags and stuff, just so that I know that it's my bag, and just a bit of my own customizing. If you know me, you know that I enjoy making things look a bit different and making the bag my own. Then the last thing is I went and I got a couple of these carabiners, which I'll pretty much use if I have like a wet towel or shoes that I need to hang on the outside of my bag just to let them dry and whatnot. So that's my choice in bag. It's very comfortable. Obviously got the full harness system with frame and stuff, and I'm quite tall. I'm 2 meters tall, so I can handle quite a big bag without worrying too much about it. Okay, for my first 2 months I've spent quite a bit of time in Europe over the autumn season, so it's relatively warm. Obviously when I'm down in Greece it will be quite hot, but then as I move up north towards Germany it will get quite cool. So let me get started on the warmer climate stuff that I've decided to pack. Here I've got an assortment of shirts and wife beaters just for everyday use, and all in pastel colors obviously, so matching them isn't too difficult. And yeah, I mean, wearing them under a button up won't look too noticeable, and obviously no big loud designs and stuff on them. And then I've brought 5 button-up long shirts that I can then roll up and stuff if it's hot, or whatever. I mean, dress it up a bit too if I'm going out. Then a few board shorts and normal shorts. What's nice about these two is that they're made by Billabong, and they're actually a board short material, but they've got pockets and stuff like a normal pair of shorts. After Europe and Australia, I then move over to the States in their winter time. So obviously it's going to be a lot colder than Australia in the summer, so I have to be prepared for that. So I've decided to bring 2 pairs of jeans. One I'll use as my travel pair, obviously take on the plane with me and whatnot, and then another pair that will go into the bag. The 2 pairs of thermal shirts, thermal long johns, or whatever you want to call them, thermal pants. A pair of long sleeping pajamas, 2 beanies, obviously because I'm bald, so my head gets cold quite easily, so it's a little bit easier just keeping 2 beanies on you. Obviously 2 very different types depending on what I feel like wearing. A long jersey, a micro fleece zip up over jersey, a waterproof rain jacket, and then I'll also be wearing a thick hoodie on the airplane with me and keeping it on my hand luggage. So that will be like my main outer layer. Then the reason I'm not taking too many warm clothes is because I'm going to be spending 4 months in a warm climate. So if I really need anything warmer, I can always buy it when I'm in the States. There's no use carrying around bulky stuff with me if there's going to be no point if they're never going to get brought out. So I can always buy it then. Moving on to footwear, I'm going to be taking 2 pairs of closed shoes and 2 pairs of flip-flops or thongs. These are just very cheap, lightweight ones that if they break, it's easy to replace, and they very easy to to get another pair of. So if I really want to throw them away after I've finished in Australia, it's quite easy. Then a pair of nicer going out shoes, obviously stuffed full of socks just for space saving. And then I'll wear these running sports shoes on the plane. Obviously they're a lot more comfortable and better for if I'm going to do a bit of a hike or a long walking day. Okay, so that's my clothing and that. So let me pack that in the bag. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so as you can see, I've packed the majority of my clothing and that's how it's all sitting. The last things that I forgot was obviously I've got 6 pairs of underwear in here, all that very water friendly, quick dry underwear. I've been using it for a lot of years, obviously with all the sporting activities, so I've got a lot of respect for them and I quite enjoy them. I've put my little microfiber towel in here, just makes it a bit bigger so I don't have to fight to get it to fit. So there's obviously, and it's an extra large. Here's a little med kit that I've made up, a little bit of like my emergency supply, obviously medication and that type of stuff. So there's that, safety pins, Transact pads. I don't know if any of you ever have like sore muscles and stuff. I find they quite amazing. A little sewing kit for if I lose a button or something like that. Obviously tissues always come in handy. Allergex, Med Lemon. Any South African, there you go, there it is there. Any South African watching this knows exactly what Med Lemon is and how amazing it can be. It's pretty much just helps you to sweat out any fever, or if you're feeling a bit fluey or something. It's pretty much like most South Africans' go-to medication if they're feeling a bit fluish. Then Myprodol is obviously headaches and stuff. It's what I've always been using. I brought a bit of Bactroban, which is nice if you have any cuts or anything, just as a bit of a disinfectant, and topical cream, matches, you never know, and bandages, because I'm one of those guys that likes to trip, fall, hurt myself, and it always comes in handy, like to put a bit of some Bactroban on some gauze, and then you can just strap it around your finger if you nick your finger on something or whatnot. Then going on here, we have the toiletries bag, which may seem a little bit over the top for you, but I quite like to, I'm quite a clean freak, so I need it. Obviously sponge, face wash, body wash, sun cream, Zambuk. South Africans know what Zambuk is, also a miracle thing for us South Africans. More sun cream, and here's obviously toothbrush and toothpaste will go in later, and then razors and shaving cream. Obviously don't want to grow the old bushman beard, so got to keep clean and stuff. Okay, and I'll pack this and then I'll get started on the electronics and accessories. Okay, so now getting onto my hand luggage stuff. This is obviously the bag that I'll take onto the airplane with me and onto buses and whatnot. So starting on the most important things: passport, cell phone, wallet, and a backup wallet where I'll keep all my stuff that I don't need on an everyday basis, like backup money, keep it with my passport in a safe place locked away. Then travel document and insurance and certified copies of everything, that's all in there. Then I went out and I got a bit of a travel journal. Not much of a writer or a creative person, so I decided let me just try at least. But what's quite nice about this is it has places like what to list, where you'd go again, a daily adventure, so you can like just actually write down stuff to remind yourself of what happened, and little notes and that type of stuff, just so that you don't forget about the little experiences that you tend to forget after such a long time. So that's just a nice little memento. Obviously pens to keep with me for filling out forms and stuff on the plane. There's a little case full of other pens that I'll just put in my stowaway luggage just for in case. Here's my little bag of goodies. all my random stuff, like for my GoPro and all of that type of stuff. So all the mounts and mountings and all the little holders. 2 sets of earphones, because obviously you never want to lose one. External hard drive, external power, just so that if I run out of power anywhere, at least I can recharge my phone or my GoPro or whatever. And then here's my little bit of a charger bag. So obviously got a nice little travel plug with all the different things, so that when I'm in the UK I can charge my South African plugs and whatnot. That's quite an important one. A splitter, so that I can charge multiple things at once. Obviously all the little USB connectors and all of the cords and stuff like that. Okay, obviously my GoPro isn't in here, I'm busy filming with it, so it'll go in there. Headlamp, just, I mean, they say it always comes in handy, so I mean, it's so light and so small, just keep it there anyway. A shock speaker, obviously when I do the top deck thing and we're all chilling around, it's nice to be able to all listen to music, so got a little rechargeable speaker. My normal glasses that I have to wear every day because I can't see very far. Set of sunglasses, and then I'll have an extra pair. And 2 caps, because obviously being bald again, don't want to burn every day, so that's a bit of an important one. If I lose one, then at least I've still got one. And by the way, Los Muertos is a motorcycle building company based in Cape Town, built some really sick bikes, and Aces is a local craft beer that I quite enjoy. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I'm taking with on the plane. So let me finish all that up and then show you what the bag looks like full. Okay, so that's everything packed, and I know all the diehards will probably say something about overpacking and everything, but at the end of the day I'm going to first world countries, so I want to be well dressed, want to look decent, so at least like you don't stick out as a tourist wearing the same clothes every day. And I've still got plenty of space still in this bag without stretching anything or having to compress it. So I'm quite happy with what I've packed. There's nothing that I've left that I might want to take. And if worst case scenario comes, I can always leave this backpack on and then just buy a normal day bag or carry-on bag on top of it, and then just use this for extra space, and then chuck all my electronics and stuff in another extra backpack. What I probably will do is bring this as an extra carry-on, and when I'm not using it, it's so small and light, it's so easy to just roll up and throw into the bag too. So that just increases my carrying capacity. Right now this bag is weighing in at just over 18 kilograms with all the electronics. So I mean, I'm a 24-year-old male, 100 kilos, 6'6", so I'm not too worried about carrying that weight. Obviously I'm not trekking up Kilimanjaro or anything, but it's still not an excessive amount of weight to be bringing with. So yeah, that's my life for the next 6 months, this little bag.